This election is a choice between two very different visions for America. You may not always agree with me, but I promise I will do everything I can to lift up the middle class and be a president for all Americans. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and we knew Kamala Harris was broke. We knew that she blew through $1 billion and still got historically humiliated by Donald Trump, who got the most votes, I believe, of any Republican ever in history. Now, obviously, there's more people in the United States now than ever before. Generally, the amount of votes go up every year, but I'd still say it's something to be proud of. I doubt that whoever runs next, may it be J.D. Vance or someone else, will get anywhere near the number of votes that Trump did. Well, Kamala Harris is now begging for money for a recount. By her words, seems like a little denial to me. Seems like somebody doesn't want a peaceful transfer of power. This email is humiliating, and the details around it even more humiliating and hilarious. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Nice and quick. Promo code quartering, one word. If you're in the market for a new computer this year, I put together a good, better, best list. You can build from the ground up. They have ready to ship PCs, cases, accessories, laptops, and more. Promo code quartering, one word to save. Link in the description. Also, don't forget to get your beautiful Christmas meme-tastic holiday cookbook. Many of you got the Tailgates for Trump version, which was also hilarious. Both are on sale at tailgatesfortrump.com. Link in the description. A great gift for yourself, for somebody you love, or a triggered lib. Delicious recipes like a threat to our Democ cookies and Big Mike's Christmas orbs, all available there. By the way, also I want to remind people, our Discord, a lot of people know about our Discord from the part of the members only stuff. But we have a huge Discord that is available to everybody. There are thousands and thousands of members there. A lot of people ask. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you don't know what Discord is, it's just a chat area. That's all. Just a chat room. And you can do voice and video chat there if you want. Totally free if you're looking for some place to hang out and talk about all the stuff going on. Now, here is an email from the Harris Fight Fund. From literally at KamalaHarris.com, Team Harris Walls. This is an official email. This isn't somebody like downstream fundraising. This is from KamalaHarris.com. First and foremost, we want to acknowledge the fear, confusion, and sadness many of you are feeling at this moment. Give us money! F you, give us money! For others, you may be looking for something meaningful and important to channel your emotions toward. If that's you, we are asking you for your money. I'm sorry, make a donation to the Democratic Party today. Why on earth would you ever donate money to a woman that has shown she simply does not care? She simply does not care. She pissed away $1 billion. She outspent Trump 3-1 and got humiliated. By the way, so did Hillary Clinton. She wildly outspent Trump and lost that election too. These women are good with money, apparently. Insert your joke about women. It continues. As you read this, there are U.S. Senate and House races that are either too close to call or within the margin of recounts for certain legal challenges. They all need our help to get across the finish line. Can you please rush a contribution to the Harris Fight Fund program today? We will put your donation to work, making sure we succeed and count every vote in these final. Shouldn't you be doing that for free? Excuse me. Doesn't the government take 50 cents of every dollar I make? Shouldn't they be counting the votes with that money? By the way, her campaign is currently $18 million in debt. According to reporting, $18 to $20 million in debt. So is she raising money to cover her debt, or is she raising money to do recounts? Because as you know, the Democrats have lost the Senate, and there's all sorts of slow rolling going on with the House race right now. Republicans look poised to take the House, but there were a lot of upsets that already happened. And now California is taking months, weeks and weeks to count the election. It's been a full week since the last election, and we seem no closer to knowing the final outcomes of these. So apparently, Kamala Harris, peaceful transfer of power, orange man denier, is asking for her supporters for more money so that they can question the integrity of the vote. Some people might say. Some people might say that. I don't know. Kamala Harris reported that now asking for donations to fund recounts. Yeah, Wisconsin and Michigan could use one. Yeah, because Wisconsin, it's in particular with the Hovde losing, I'm shocked and surprised about that. Kamala Harris and hired gun Mark Elias helped Bob Casey fundraise for a Pennsylvania Senate recount that might not even happen, but they took your money anyway. This is why I don't give money to politicians. I know some people feel like, I'll throw some money in for Trump or whatever. I'm not like making fun of you because at least he seems to spend your money, our money, wisely. For me, I was like, I'll buy a Trump hat, for $47, which I'm sure he's profiting $40 of. So that's how I chose to support him, buy some merch or something like that. The fine print of Harris's fundraising pitch suggests her campaign and the DNC will pocket most of the money raised. So they're going to steal it. Kamala Harris, who ended her failed presidential campaign $20 million in debt, is now soliciting donations to support a recount for incumbent Bob Casey against Republican Dave McCormick, the declared winner of Pennsylvania's Senate race. But rather than help Casey in his long shot ballot bid, Harris's gambit may end up lining the pockets of her campaign and those of controversial campaign lawyer Mark Elias. The Associated Press called the race for McCormick Thursday. He led Casey by 32,000 votes. That lead had since grown to 36,000. The margin hovers just above the 0.5% threshold that automatically triggers a recount under Pennsylvania law. Whether a recount will take place is unclear, but Harris's campaign and Elias have nonetheless swooped in to help Casey reverse the projected outcome of the election. The Pennsylvania race is not over, more soon, said Elias, who joined Harris' campaign legal team in August. The Harris Fight Fund, an arm of the campaign, issued an email to supporters Thursday begging for more money for a potential recount in Pennsylvania and ostensibly to ensure that Democratic victories hold up in Arizona and Nevada. There are very important Senate races going on. Our candidates may be the only chance at checking Donald Trump's power, and they need more of your money. She spent $1 billion, but she wants more of your money. It continues. In the fine print, the fundraising pitch suggests that Harris and the DNC, not Casey and other Senate candidates, stand to gain a lion's share of the money raised. According to the fundraising email, the first $41,300 of individual donations goes to the DNC. The next only $3,000 is allocated to Kamala Harris's Recount account. The remaining funds are then split evenly between all 50 Democratic state parties. So none of this money is going to a recount. They're just asking for money in general because she's $20 million in debt. Could you imagine falling for this? Could you imagine? The Casey campaign has solicited donations on its own. It also said Casey, who has accused Republicans in the past of promoting denialism, vowed to stay in the fight for the long haul. Wow, it seems like that's quite a denial. That seems like a big denial, bigly. That seems even more likely now that Elias has jumped into the fray. Mark Harris, a partner at the Republican consulting firm Cold Spark, said McCormick lead will likely continue to grow as remaining ballots are counted. There's a better chance than not that there will be an automatic recount. There will not be an automatic recount. Another Republican source told McCormick campaign told the Washington Free Beacon, McCormick can expect to increase his lead by up to 7,000 votes from Cambria County, a Republican stronghold. He will lose some ground in Democratic-heavy Philadelphia, where about 20,000 provisional votes remain counted, but not enough to flip the county in favor of Casey. So she lost. I mean, this is crazy. Is Kamala Harris not paying staff or running out of money? Claims have circulated online that Kamala Harris is not paying staffers after her campaign found itself $20 million in debt. Assertions that the campaign is in debt appear to be true. This is according to Newsweek, left-leaning shill outlet. According to multiple reports, although Newsweek was unable to independently verify a reported figure of debt, however, there's no evidence to support the claims that staffers are not being paid. Well, if you're $20 million in debt, how are you paying people? IOUs? Is that what she'll be paying with? Joy? I mean, she expected us to vote for Joy anyway, right? She wanted us to vote for Joy because that pays the mortgage or something like that. Apparently. I don't really know. His clarification. So Newsweek has reached out to Harris. Harris' campaign raised over $1 billion by October 16th, according to the FEC. By contrast, Donald Trump raised just $390 million in the same period, 1/3 that of Kamala Harris. And I'm pretty sure Trump probably had some left. You know, she echoed reports of debt, saying there are $20 million or $18 million in debt. It's incredible, and I raised millions of that. I have friends. I have to be accountable and explain what happened to them because it was a margin of error race. I mean, all these people, all these Hollywood idiots that got duped into giving Kamala Harris all of this money, I think is obviously hilarious. Hilarious. All of these huge political donations made by people so that she could hire all of her friends. She paid Oprah, by the way, $1 million for an interview. $1 million. Kamala Harris paid Oprah Winfrey $1 million during her failed presidential bill as part of her $1 billion campaign spending spree. None of these people actually support Kamala Harris. You guys understand that, right? You guys knew that. We all know that Hollywood endorsements are worthless. So Oprah Winfrey, a multi-billionaire, still made Kamala Harris pay her $1 million for that interview. $1 million. A number that, Kamala Harris was happy to pay, just like paying $500,000 a day to rent the Vegas Orb, only to lose Las Vegas too. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest, most disgusting misuses of funds since the Ukraine war. I mean, if you look at some of this stuff, anybody who's criticizing a Democrat who now faces calls to resign for criticizing the issue that destroyed Kamala Harris's $1 billion campaign. I mean, why would you ever donate Democrats money? It's absolutely bonkers to me. If this is how they're going to spend it, yikes. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below. Join the Discord. Check out the Trump Cookbook. Use promo code QUARTERING at MetaPCs, and we'll talk to you again real soon.